That's where we can join our reporter, Clovis Casali, standing by. Hello to you, Clovis. Now, despite the break in tradition, Francis wanted to be entombed at this church because it was so dear to him. What is the atmosphere like there now?
Well, we're here in an ordinary, if you will, a neighborhood of Rome. It feels a lot more like real Rome than the Vatican. Here you can see behind me people queuing, and there are long queues around the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore to go inside and pay their respects to the simple tomb of Pope Francis. People have been queuing and coming here since early this morning. And later on in the day, well, Cardinals will be coming here to visit the Basilica, which is one of the oldest in Rome, and of course pay their respects to Pope Francis. This is the day after a historic moment, the funeral with some 400,000 mourners in St. Peter's Square, and also along the route of the procession in the Roman capital. Huge numbers, even though it is less than for the funeral of John Paul II. Here, many mourners, people who loved and respected the late pontiff, and also visitors, tourists who didn't know, of course, that the pontiff would die in this time and had planned their holidays ahead, but who tell us they were very happy to be here on this very historic moment.
And Clovis, now that Francis has finally been laid to rest, what happens next?
Well, that is a key question. We know that tomorrow there will be a meeting of the congregation at the Vatican. That is all the cardinals coming together to decide on the coming days, and they should decide tomorrow and announce the date of the conclave, a mysterious meeting where all the cardinals get together, or those who have the power to elect the next pope get together, talk, negotiate possibly. Let's face it, there are different points of views in the Vatican. You have the more conservative factions, the more progressive ones. There are clear power dynamics at play. Worth pointing out also that an overwhelming majority of the cardinals who have the right to vote and choose the next pope were picked by Pope Francis. So you can imagine that they would want someone who would ensure the continuity of the papacy, but they don't all know each other, and therefore it's important for them to meet, talk, see who would be the best candidates, and also maybe the one who would be the more like Pope Francis. Here we've been talking to mourners who tell us, and it's interesting to point out also, all of the mourners here that we've met all say that they want a pope who will be like Francis, someone who is tolerant and who does more for women's rights in the church, and also more tolerance, and a pope who, just like Francis, will promote peace as much as possible. A progressive pope also.
Thank you very much, Clovis. Clovis Casali reporting from Rome.